If you're thinking about getting into tech but don't know where to start, this video is going to save you months of confusion and thousands of dollars in mistakes. I'm going to share the 7 things I wish someone had told me before I started my tech journey. And trust me, number 5 is going to surprise you. Whether you're a complete beginner thinking about a career change or you're just someone who is curious about tech, this video is all you need. I've been in tech for over a decade and I've seen a lot of people make the same mistakes over and over again, but I'm here with a solution, so let's jump right in. First things first, tech is not just cybersecurity or some dark guy in a dark hoodie behind closed doors and screens all over typing God knows what with a speed as fast as flash. And I know everyone thinks you need to be some kind of genius, but that's not true. So therefore, all you need is logical thinking, pattern recognition, and persistence. If you can break down problems into smaller pieces, find a solution to it, and not give up no matter what, then you can really become that tech bro or tech sis which you've always wanted to be. I would love to say I failed my courses in school or I was probably a dropout from school, but no, I did not fail and I graduated. Now, you don't need to go to school or even get good grades to get into tech. Like, you don't need any of that at all. I don't want to sound like a motivational speaker, but don't let anxiety stop you from starting. I think we all need some form of motivation. Let's move to the next one. Number 2, choosing a niche. As a beginner, if you really want to be successful in the tech world, then you've got to pick a side. You can't be jack of all trades. You have to pick a particular skill, learn it, practice it, and you can run with it. Everyone says it doesn't matter which tech skill you start with, but that's not entirely true, because picking a niche shapes how you see the tech world. So pick a tech skill that is beginner friendly, because some tech skills are more beginner friendly than others. Now, for beginners, I would recommend UI UX, graphic design, or even web designing. Avoid the complex part of tech like hacking and coding if your head is too fragile, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. You don't want something that will make you lose concentration or make you demoralized at first. So here's my rule. Pick the niche you really want to focus on, and remember, a niche which is beginner friendly, and get started. Now let's get into the third point, which is tutorial hell. As the name sounds, this is hell. Tutorial hell is when you follow tutorial after tutorial but never actually learn to do anything on your own. You feel like you're learning, but the moment you try to build something from scratch, you are completely lost. Here's how to avoid it. 1. After every tutorial, try to recreate something similar without following along. 2. Start with tiny projects. Don't try to be perfect on day 1. 3. Follow through, then immediately try to recreate it from your memory. And finally, join challenges and practice problems and solutions in your niche. The goal isn't to be perfect, but to understand the thinking process. Now let's get into the 4th point, which is learning never stops. Tech changes very fast, but the good thing here is that we learn every day, so you have to keep up, and the learning never stops. I see people get scared because they think they need to learn everything before they can get a job. But here's the secret: nobody knows everything. Even senior developers are constantly learning every day. In fact, they are learning on the job. But what does this mean for you? 1. Focus on fundamentals first. The fundamentals of most tech fields barely change. They are like almost the same year in, year out. Secondly, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, as funny as that may sound. Then thirdly, learn how to learn efficiently. And finally, don't try to learn every new framework that comes out, because companies hire people who can adapt and learn, not people who know everything. So the ability to pick up new technologies is more valuable than knowing any specific one. Before we move on to the next point, I have a quick question. Which of these points relates with you? Tell me in the comments with a timestamp. Point number 5. I've gotten a lot of questions about this one, and here is it. You do not need a computer science degree or any computer related degree to get into tech. The tech industry cares about what you can build and not where you learn to build it. I know developers who are self-taught from YouTube and with completely free resources. I also know developers who are bootcamp graduates, and I know developers who change careers completely from different fields. So now here is what employers actually care about. Can you solve problems? Can you deliver an outstanding project? Do you have projects that prove your skills? However, you need to work harder to prove yourself without a degree. That one is known for sure. Your portfolio and your projects need to be solid. So point number 6, this one is actually neglected, but this can actually break or make your tech career. Soft skills. Everyone focuses on the technical skills, but the developers who advance quickly in tech are the ones who can communicate clearly and explain technical concepts to non-technical people. They can work well in teams because most development is collaborative. They can also solve problems, break down complex problems into simpler solutions, and finally they can handle feedback very well because excellence is part of the job. So you're wondering, how do I start developing these skills early? Now, to start developing these skills early, you have to join communities with people of like passion, and you have to be open to helping others. You also have to write about what you're learning and document your process. Now, next, you have to become a volunteer in that field. Do a lot of free jobs. And finally, practice explicitly on your own. Finally, point number 7, imposter syndrome. This never goes away. Even after years in tech, I still sometimes feel like I don't know enough. Like sometimes I feel like I don't know anything at all. But here's what I've learned. It is like that for almost everybody in tech. Even most times you find senior developers Googling simple syntax. Now, here's how to handle it. Number 1, remember that everyone started as a beginner. No one was born to be into tech. Number 2, focus on your progress, not comparing yourself with others. We all have our different pace and opportunities. Number 3, keep a wins journal. Like write down everything you accomplish each day. It will help you stay motivated. Number 4, find a community of people at your level. The goal is not to eliminate imposter syndrome because you can't. The goal is to stop it from stopping you, if that actually makes sense. There you have it, 7 things I wish I had known before I got into tech. The most important thing is to get started. Don't wait until you feel you're ready before you get started, because you would never be ready. The best time to start is now. So pick an interest, find a good and free tutorial, start practicing and start your first project. It doesn't need to be perfect, you just need to start. What's your biggest fear about getting into tech? Drop it in the comments below and I'll read every single one, and I'll also help you tackle it. If this video helped you, then I am certainly your tech buddy. I post new videos every weekend to help people like you get into tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Gracias.